Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson. Today we're going to talk about something that a lot of people definitely don't want to bring up to their coach, and that is steroid use, diuretic use for contest day, things like that. And the interesting thing, Adam, seeing this on your list is I've been in the WNBF and INBF, for my entire competitive career as a pro. And because I personally stayed on the drug-free side, people have always thought that there must be some kind of a moral value statement to that I just won't work with people who use steroids. I personally don't consider that a moral equivalency or issue. If somebody wants to do that, that's totally fine. It's just not a big deal to me. It's almost like two different sides of a sport. Some people consider it two different sports. But the one thing for me is I just don't have a lot of experience. So a lot of people, on the other side of the fence, expect me to kind of run their PED protocol. And I just don't have the experience. It's not my forte. I've never had to learn that stuff, and I don't do it enough. But I have worked with a lot of people, even top 5 finishers at the Olympia and the Arnold Classic, even the European IFBB pros. And there's not a lot of difference. They have faster metabolic rates per se. There's a little bit more margin for error for some things. But if you're going to be on a performance-enhancing drug using stage, and you're coming to a coach, who may not be that fortuitous with it, that it's still something to talk about, because I let those particular clients handle that side, and I still handle their nutrition. But what has been your experience, Adam?
Yeah, I think most of my people are pretty honest if they start using, so that's definitely been great. But I've had times where clients don't tell me until way later in the journey, and it's really nice to know these things ahead of time so you can help them, and then just also kind of monitor their health more. If they're using a bunch of compounds that might cause high liver toxicity, you want to make sure you don't really approve of them, like having a drink a couple nights a week so they can, not stress their liver more, and just make them aware of, all the things that you can do to kind of try to keep them as healthy as possible through those, PED cycles. So a little bit of experience with it. I've spent more of my time in the NPC, where when I came into the WNBF, I feel like a lot of the organizations started going their own separate way there, and that's why I started targeting the NPC a little bit more. It was just easier to stay in one place.
Yeah, and I have to assume that a lot of the females you work with trying to get into the IFBB, on the figure side and that kind of thing, I know tons of them have come to me and said, yeah, I'm taking Anavar or Winstrol V or something, and it's not these massive doses that you would see a male bodybuilder use, but it's still something to at least let your coach know, because, and that's what I'll tell them, I need to know when you're going on certain cycles and with what, so that I can at least interpret what's happening physiologically on paper with your weight, and certainly in photos, and then we can adjust some nutrition. I have one guy who started a cycle now, and we scaled up nutrition to match that cycle to take advantage of what he was using, and so we can definitely work nutrition and training around that. But as I said, at least on my side of the fence, there's absolutely no value judgment. It's just information we need so that we can make the most out of it.
Yeah, one of the big things too is like Diazide or any kind of diuretic on show day. If we're using Morton light salt and they're using a potassium sparing diuretic, and they're maybe let's take that a step further and they're cutting water and not letting us know, that's a really big recipe for disaster. Like, we could actually kill them if they don't tell us these things. So
yeah, absolutely. That is exactly what could happen with dropping blood pressure and stopping your heart, and that happens. It seems to happen at least a couple times a year with somebody who's dying on stage.
Yeah, the good news is a prep coach with a good eye is going to see that lack of vascularity with the cutting of the water. So if you did add that salt, I'm going to be like, well, you're not very vascular. Let's add water, and that would at least be one thing that actually would help them not have a heart attack and die. But yeah, it's something you really want to discuss with your coach. I had a client a couple weeks ago. I felt like he had added something on his own, and I was about to give him salt. And I'm like, just be super honest with me if you've taken a diuretic or not, because I have regular salt I can give you if you've decided to go the other route. So yeah, that communication is really important.
Awesome, Adam. So you guys hang in there. We're going to continue on with some different topics on what you should be talking to your coach about that you might not want to. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.